What a save by Mikhail Vernon as he flashes the leather, rips that one down. And another one for the ever-increasing highlight reel this season. My goodness. Gustafson into the zone. He's got Todd going for the net. Tipped in front. They score! Nathan Todd, what a goal! And the Moose have a 3-1 lead with 10 seconds left in the second period. And now the Moose looking to turn it up ice. Here's Malott, able to get to the goal. Backhand scores! What a goal! Jeff Malott! And we're tied 4-4. Here comes Perfetti with 7 seconds left in the power play. Time to gain the zone. Gets it ahead for McKenzie. In behind the defense. Shoots! Scores! Skylar McKenzie! What a goal! Right through everybody and gets the Moose on even terms. 3.5 to go in the second. Moose down by 2. Good forecheck here. Jones comes up with it, puts it back for Meyer. He scores! Great forecheck for the Moose. Frees it up. Cole Meyer jumps in to the slot. Jones finds him. Moves it for Gustafson. A man falls at the line. Back out in front. Vesalainen over for Perfetti. He scores! Cole Perfetti on the one-timer, and the Moose have struck on the power play. It's 3-2 Manitoba. Here it comes for Gustafson. Just 5 seconds to go. Chisholm has the puck roll on him. Back for Gustafson. Can he get it away? He does! Save made. They score! There's zeros on the clock, but they're going to call it a goal. The Moose have tied it. Harvey Bernard able to dig it off the scrum on the wall, plays it back, long shot from Breezebook, gets to the net, they chip at it, and Vernon manages to keep it out. Able out to stop it. Leaves it, Fleury runs into Gustafson, Moose come away with puck right out in front, it's Reichel, backhand, scores! Christian Reichel gets it out in front, he was all alone, and great patience outweighed the netminder, tucks it away, and the Moose have a 2-1 lead. Moose able to win the draw again. Comes back to the line for Chisholm. For Vesalainen. One-timer. Boot save made. Rebound. They score! Cole Perfetti! And the Moose have opened the scoring. 1:24 to go in the first period. Here's a pass on for Cole Reinhardt. Gets in the offensive zone. Bouncing puck finds Castles. Walks right into the middle. Quick shot. Saved by Vernon. Then he launches across. Jeff Malott, the Moose leading goal scorer, will come in slowly. Veers off to the right side. Sizes things up. Snaps. Scores! Jeff Malott, his 9th of the season. And the Moose have a 2-goal lead. Boots the puck back into his own zone. Perfetti lurking back there. Takes it away to the front of the net. They score! Jeff Malott, overtime, a winner! And the Moose will come away with this one, 3-2. Trying to skate away from the forecheckers. He'll play it off for Malott, ahead for Todd. Todd with some speed, nice move, gets in, shoots, rebound, they score! C.J. Cease on a beautiful move from Nathan Todd, and the Moose have opened the scoring. The third period, still 3-0 Moose. Here's Perfetti, skates off to the right side, on his backhand, looks towards the net, cuts right out in front, and he scores! What a goal! Cole Perfetti! And the Moose have a 4-0 lead! Now a good read by Chisholm to steal the puck. He'll skate in with it on the right side, drops it for Reichel, goes cross ice, he's got Perfetti for Toninato, he scores! What a goal! Dominic Toninato, his second of the game, and the Moose have a 3-0 lead. Andrew Shortridge trying to win one. Here's Todd in off the left wing, puts the brakes on. Oh, what a goal by Nathan Todd! 8 minutes gone in the second period. Moose with the 2-0 lead as the Heat break it ahead. Philp with some room for Phillips on the near side. Great save, Comrie. Rebound, and he's got that one too. Back to the line. Gustafson out there fresh. Works down the far wall. Gustafson powers around Ruzicka. Goes right to the front of the net, and he scores! David Gustafson, overtime winner! And the Moose will take this one 2-1. Over for Pelton Weiss, he charges in, cuts to his forehead, and he scores! Ty Pelton Weiss, his first American Hockey League goal, and the Moose have a 2-0 lead. 2-on-2, Perfetti with Cease, they'll cross over, Perfetti snaps a shot, scores! What a shot, Cole Perfetti! He snaps it up over the glove of Anderson, picks his corner, and the Moose have a 3-2 lead. Here comes Nathan Todd. Todd tries to go around all the way, drops it back on one-timer, they score! Hayden Shaw, a blast from the wing. After a great setup from Nathan Todd. Todd able to get to the puck. Moose will set up. Here's Sandberg. He'll just blast one in the net. Tipped in front. They score! C.J. Cease. And the Moose have a 3-1 lead with 4:05 to go in the second period. Trying to center it back. He's got Shaw. Quick pass across. Blocked in front. And they score. No! The arms went up, but the puck trickled just wide. Don't know how it didn't go in.
Here's another takeaway for the Moose. Gustafsson racing ahead. He's in all alone. David Gustafsson to the forehand. Drag, shoots, scores! David Gustafsson, what a goal! And the Moose tie it up 1-1. We pick up the play down low in the Belleville zone. Back out in front. Myers scores! And the Moose are on the board after Cole Myers able to take advantage over a turnover down low. Gets the puck to pop over Sogard.
Good evening and welcome to the 2020-21 Manitoba Moose Player Award Show. My name's Daniel Fink. I'm the manager of hockey communications and broadcaster for the team. I'm joined by Moose TV's Austin Siragusa, as well as Winnipeg Jets color commentator Jamie Thomas for this evening's proceedings. We'll have 6 awards to hand out, and we'll be taking a look back on what was truly a unique season.
Yeah, only 36 games this season, of course, Daniel, but plenty of great moments to go along with those 36 games. We'll also take a look back at some of our favorite plays and moments from this past season, and I'll also be chatting with our award winners tonight.
Really looking forward to it, Austin. Let's jump right in, and we'll start with the award that's already in the books, and that's the Manitoba Moose Leading Scorer Award. There were plenty of questions for the Moose coming into this season, but one of those unheralded summer signings came up big. He was a Canadian Division All-Star this season. The Moose leading scorer for 2020-21 was forward Nathan Todd.
Nathan Todd led the Moose in the Canadian Division with 32 points in 36 games. The Ottawa, Ontario product's 12 goals were 4th in the division, and his 20 assists were second most. Todd paced the Moose with 20 points at even strength and ranked second in the club with 12 power play points. The winger tied for the Moose lead with a +10 rating, which also ranked 5th in the division. Todd recorded 6 multi-point games this season, including 5 3-point outings. In recognition of his excellent season, Todd was named to the AHL's Canadian Division All-Star team. Congratulations to Manitoba Moose leading scorer Nathan Todd.
An incredible season for Nathan Todd, who had 1 goal in 27 AHL games prior to this campaign, and then turned around and put up 27 of his 32 points as goals or primary assists. He joins Austin now.
Thanks very much, Daniel. Joined now by the Manitoba Moose leading scorer of the past season, Nathan Todd. Nathan, good to catch up with you again. Just what does this award mean to you after all the hard work you put in last offseason to find yourself atop the points leaderboard?
I mean, yeah, it's awesome for sure. It's nice to be able to contribute offensively, and for our team there this year, I thought we had a really good year, even though it was a season cut short, but I wouldn't have been able to do it with all my teammates and coaches for sure.
Now, you found yourself playing on a line with David Gustafsson and Jeff Malott for a good chunk of the season. Just what did that do for you in terms of chemistry to be playing with those guys for the majority of your season?
Yeah, I mean, right from the get-go, in practice, we found some chemistry right away. And Gus up the middle, works hard, makes great plays. The smart player, and Maller, he works hard. He's a big body. So the fact that we were able to find chemistry right away was awesome, and we took it into the games, and we had a lot of fun this year.
You also managed to score a lot of big goals for the club this season. What's one that stands out the most to you?
Oh, that's actually a tough question. We've been off for a little bit now. I'd have to remember the goals, but I don't think there was any one individual goal that was kind of big. It was just the whole year was big. Every game, we knew that our line there, we knew that we were going in to have fun and put a couple points up. You know what I mean? And the whole team had a ton of fun this year. Like, we were winning a lot of games, and I don't know, man. There was no one goal in particular for me. It was just kind of every game. It was exciting to go and play.
Well, thanks, Nathan. Congratulations, and have a great summer.
Perfect. Thanks, Goose.
Now, the 2021 season was full of great memories, and throughout the show, Daniel's going to take a look back at some of those Moose moments from the season. We kick things off now with a look back at a high-octane game against Belleville in April.
Every big streak needs a beginning. The Moose started their 13-game run on April 8th on home ice against the Belleville Senators. It wasn't the prettiest game of the season, but it definitely was one of the most exciting. The teams fired back and forth in the opening frame. Belleville opened the scoring 4 minutes into the contest, only for the Moose to reply less than a minute later. Dano takes it away out in front. McKenzie drags, fires, scores! Skylar McKenzie ties the game! Marco Dano picks up the assist for his 100th AHL point. The Senators took the lead, but Marco Dano replied with his first of the season and second point of the period. Belleville left the frame with the lead, though, on Joseph Lebate's first of the season with just 48 seconds left. The visitors then added another just 31 seconds into the middle frame and had themselves a 2-goal edge. That didn't last long, though, as CJ Cease struck 31 seconds later, and Skylar McKenzie notched his second of the game just past the 6-minute mark. Belleville wasn't going away, though, as Angus Cruikshank scored his first AHL goal with 4 minutes to go in the period, as the Senators took a 1-goal lead to the third. That's where things fell Manitoba's way. Adam Brubaker scored his first pro goal just 3 minutes into the period to tie the game. 3 minutes after that, Nicholas Jones scored the team's first shorthanded goal of the season to give them the lead. Then it was Jeff Malott with an opportunity to add to the advantage with a penalty shot. The Moose, leading goal scorer, will come in slowly, veers off to the right side, sizes things up, snaps, scores! Jeff Malott, his 9th of the season! And with the net empty for Belleville late, Christian Reichel capped a 4-goal third period for the Moose in an incredible 8-5 win. Skylar McKenzie tallied his first AHL multi-goal game, Marco Dano racked up 3 points, and Cole Kaler earned his first AHL win, entering the game in the second period.
Well, Daniel, we know Manitobans are known for their generosity, and I think that was on full display this season.
Well, yeah, in such a challenging season, the Moose were still able to put on most of their community relations campaigns, and Manitobans responded in a big way. I mean, you look at the thousands of dollars raised through the Autism Awareness Silent Auction. Share the Warmth brought in almost 8,000 hygiene products, 5,000 new clothing items, and 630 food items, and almost $8,000 in donations. And then more recently, Shut Out Hunger saw over 7,000 pounds of food turned in at Red River Co-op food stores. So thank you again, Manitobans, for all of your generosity this season. And that leads us to our next award, the EPRA Julian Klimke Community Service Award. And to present it, we're joined by Dennis Neufeld from EPRA.
Thanks, Daniel. I'm very excited to announce this year's winner of the EPRA Julian Klimke Community Service Award is CJ Cease. Congratulations, CJ, from all of us at Recycle My Electronics.
CJ Cease was an important leader on and off the ice for the Moose this season. Despite his busy schedule with the team, Cease was instrumental in founding SWIFT, short for Say What You Feel, Speak What You Think. SWIFT is a charitable organization focusing on mental health awareness. Through SWIFT, Cease is committed to destigmatizing mental health and providing resources for people who struggle. Fundraising for the charity helps fund behavioral health programming at the University of Minnesota Masonic Children's Hospital. Congratulations to the EPRA Julian Klimke Community Service Award winner, CJ Cease.
For more on Swift, visit swiftco.org. That's SWYFTCO.org. They accept donations and have some fantastic apparel available for purchase as well. And to talk about his new initiative, here's CJ Cease with Austin.
Thanks.
This to me, or kind of awarded to me, it's pretty cool to see.
Now, one of the initiatives you did participate in was the NHL's Black History Month. Just what did that mean to you to be given that platform to sort of share your story with others?
Yeah, it's a cool thing to be able to do for younger kids. It's awesome to see kind of the support that the Moose and the Jets kind of gave me in the platform that they provided to kind of allow me to speak out for something that's extremely important in our world today. Everyone who has been affected by it, if I can help a portion of those people kind of through that process, I'm extremely happy to do so.
And lastly, I want to talk to you about Swift. I know that has a very special place in your heart. Just what can you tell us about Swift and what does it mean to you?
So Swift is something I created after I got injured my first year pro. And I was up in the press box actually watching a game, and I came up with a logo and kind of a saying, and it stands for "Say what you feel, speak what you think." And it has to do with mental illness, and people are kind of, it seems today, people are scared to speak out and kind of talk about their experiences with mental illness. And Swift is something I created to encourage people to kind of speak out and not compartmentalize their feelings, and let them know that there are people out there who will listen to them and who are willing to help. And so I went ahead and created a nonprofit and teamed up with the Masonic Children's Hospital in Minnesota and a couple different programs to kind of give back to mental health. So what we're a brand kind of dedicated to raising funds, contributing to research, and eliminating the stigma associated with mental health through product proceeds, donations, and collaborations.
And where can people go find more out about Swift?
So we actually have our website up and running. It's swiftco.org. So you can go out there and check it out. You can donate there or purchase some sweet products through there.
Awesome. CJ, well, thanks so much for the time. Congrats on the award, and have a great summer.
Awesome. Thanks, Gus.
Our next memorable game comes from a historic afternoon on April 24th, where one of the team's most recognizable goaltenders etched his name into the Moose history books.
There's nothing like the opportunity to make some history. Add in shortened seasons, waiver claims, taxi squads, and the anticipation was palpable for Eric Comrie's return to the Moose net on April 24th against the Stockton Heat. Earlier in the season, the Moose netminder had tied Corey Schneider's franchise record with a 4-2 victory against the Heat. Now the Moose goalie had a chance to stand alone atop the list. The Moose netminder had plenty of defensive support, facing just 3 shots in the opening period. Got some help in the goal column as the Moose opened the scoring midway through the frame.
Chisholm moves to the middle of the ice, tries a shot, gets one through, rebound for Perfetti, he scores! Cole Perfetti!
That 1-0 score held until the final 93 seconds of the second period, when new addition Dominic Toninato made a good impression.
Perfetti leaves it for Toninato, the one-timer, he scores! Dominic Toninato, his first as a Moose!
Toninato put the Moose into a very enviable position 7 minutes into the third, when Perfetti and Christian Reichel combined to set up the forward for his second of the afternoon. The Moose allowed just 4 shots on goal in the final period. Comrie was forced to make a couple of big stops in the final moments, but held on for the shutout win.
Chalk up the win! The Moose claim a 3-0 victory. It's a shutout for Eric Comrie as he becomes the franchise's winningest netminder.
It was a great moment for the goaltender who's been one of the faces of the franchise since the Moose returned to Winnipeg in 2015. In addition to Comrie's record-setting game, Perfetti racked his second 3-point game of the season, while Toninato notched the 4th 2-goal game of his AHL career.
Thanks, Daniel. Coming up shortly, our Recycle Everywhere 3 Stars Award. But first, we really enjoyed miking up some players this year. Here's a look at some of the best moments that didn't make the original videos.
How's the groin? Oh my. Dude, it looked like you went to step on the puck too. Like, you're like this. You were like. What? Bad stick, both of you. Bad stick. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's messed up. Did you hear me say he is a score? First shot from him to the glove, right to the glove, left side. Ah, good stick. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Can you tell more guys that you got this?
Best knows. Yeah. They give me crap the whole time. Do you see? Yes, it's coming. Right to the glove. Oh, Kobe, oh no. In the cover. It's because my crypto's not doing well lately. I wasn't taking your tips. Too much Bitcoin, not enough Doge.
Coaching the Moose was a unique opportunity for me. I have the burning desire to help this organization win hockey games, and now it's going to be with the Manitoba Moose, and I can't wait to start. The goal is to develop good people. The goal is to develop great hockey players that will help eventually the Winnipeg Jets win hockey games.
Pazzi and Marty, the way they teach, the way they work with the guys, especially me, I can't thank them enough. It was unbelievable.
You know, Pascal, Vince, and his staff have just done a fantastic job building a great little culture in that room this year. So when the guys have gone down, they've had a good time. They've played good hockey.
We had 20 players, so 40 arms, 40 legs. But we really had one heart. Like, that team was pushing together and they had the same desire. It was an interesting season, one I will remember for the rest of my life.
We're rolling right along here on the 2020-21 Manitoba Moose Player Awards Show. We've already handed out 2 awards, including the Manitoba Moose Leading Scorer Award to Nathan Todd, as well as the EPRA Julian Klimke Community Service Award to CJ Cease. This year's Recycle Everywhere 3 Stars Award came right down to the wire. We actually needed a tiebreaker to decide, and it goes to the man with the most first stars this season. This goaltender appeared in 30 of 36 games for the Moose, and he was once again among the league leaders in saves. The Recycle Everywhere 3 Stars Award winner is goaltender Mikhail Burden.
Mikhail Burden was named a star of the game on 7 occasions this season. This included 5 times when the Moose netminder garnered first star honors. The Ufa Russia native posted a streak of 4 consecutive first star nods from February 18th to the 24th. Burden appeared in 30 of Manitoba's 36 games this season, posting a 13-11-4 record to go with a 2.89 goals against average and an .897 save percentage. Burden ranked 3rd in the AHL with 730 saves this season. Congratulations, the Recycle Everywhere 3 Stars Award winner, Mikhail Burden.
Another solid season for Mikhail Burden between the pipes for the Manitoba Moose. He's up to 95 appearances now, and that is 7th in franchise history. Mikhail Burden joins Austin now.
Thanks, Daniel. Joined now by Manitoba Moose goaltender Mikhail Burden. Mikhail, congratulations. What does this award mean to you?
First thing, I didn't understand what I win. Faisy just called me and I didn't understand, like, he tried to explain me, like, what I win. But I just happy, you know, like, how's the season go, how's everything go, and I'm just happy.
Now, a good chunk of those first star nods came in the first half of the season. What was it that made you play so well in that first bit of the season for the team?
You know, I played in KHL, like, in the start season, and they didn't let me play a lot with puck, not many shots, you know. I just missed, like, Canadian hockey, and I just went there so many energy, and I just, like, in good shape, you know, and I had fun. But it's a tough season, you know, like, for everyone, like, when you play, like, against, like, only 5 teams, and the season go, like, up and down, and I think I did great.
And now you played a lot of hockey this past season between, you know, starting the year off in the KHL and then coming over to the AHL with the Moose. Just how important is it going to be to get a little bit of rest this offseason?
I don't know. I didn't get a rest actually already, because after, like, Jets playoff, I went to Mount already, and I didn't rest yet. But right now, I will take like maybe 1 or 2 weeks rest, and I will go to gym and ice. But it's pretty actually a tough season. Yeah, it's tougher season in my life probably.
Mikhail, thanks for the time and congratulations on the award.
Yeah, thanks, Goose.
Now, one of those games Burden was named the first star in was on February 22nd, but it was a pair of Moose young guns who had a big impact on deciding the game.
One of the best parts of watching AHL hockey is seeing the next wave of NHL stars making an impact on a nightly basis. Few games showed off the future like Manitoba's matchup against Laval on February 22nd. The Moose started off their first road swing of the season following back-to-back wins against Toronto on home ice. The club got off to a good start with some great puck luck after one of the Laval Rocket inadvertently fired a clearing attempt into his own net. Not the prettiest way for 2019 first-rounder Ville Heinola to score his first AHL goal, but a big tally to have his name beside. The Rocket fired back in the second period, outshooting the Moose 21-5, but goaltender Mikhail Burden held the line as best he could, stopping 19 shots. Laval defenders Corey Schooneman and Otto Leskinen were able to find the back of the net to give the home side a 2-1 lead heading to the third. Only 15 seconds ticked off the clock at the start of the third before the Moose tied things up. Gavanka a drive, and that one steered away by Demchenko. Rebound, they score! Jeff Malott fires it to the back of the net! Thanks to another 10 saves from both Burden and Laval's Vasily Demchenko, the game trucked on into overtime. The Moose started the extra frame with time to work on the power play thanks to a late Rocket penalty in the third, and they made good on the opportunity. The 10th overall pick in 2020 will switch places with Heinola. Perfetti to the top of the zone for Heinola the drive, and he scores! Ville Heinola, overtime winner! Rookies accounted for all 3 Moose goals on the evening, including the Jets' top pick from each of the past 2 drafts, teaming up for the OT winner.
Well, Daniel, it was definitely a young squad for the Moose this season, with 19 of their players qualifying as rookies.
Well, yeah, there were so many great performances up front and on the back end. There can only be one Rookie of the Year, though, and he finished tied for 7th among AHL rookies in scoring. The 2020-21 Manitoba Moose Rookie of the Year is Winnipeg Jets 2020 10th overall pick, Cole Perfetti.
With the Ontario Hockey League unable to play this season due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Cole Perfetti joined the Moose for his first taste of professional hockey. The 19-year-old center finished second on the Moose with 26 points, comprising of 9 goals and 17 assists. The Whitby, Ontario product was recognized by the AHL for his play in April, being named the CCM AHL Rookie of the Month. Perfetti finished the season by winning a gold medal with Team Canada at the IIHF World Hockey Championship in Riga, Latvia, where he scored 2 goals in 9 games. Congratulations to the Manitoba Moose Rookie of the Year award winner, Cole Perfetti.
It was a great finish to the season for Cole Perfetti, who had 16 points in his final 11 games. It's an exciting future ahead for the young forward, and he joins Austin now.
Thanks, Daniel. Joined now by the Manitoba Moose Rookie of the Year, Cole Perfetti. Cole, great to catch up with you again. Just first off, just how important is this award to you to be recognized by the team as the Rookie of the Year for the club?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think like the individual awards are, something that you work towards at the end of the day. It's you're working towards team success and I think you buying into the team and playing as a group, it's only going to help your individual success. I think, it was a solid year and I was happy with my play and, there was a lot of good guys on this team, a lot of good rookies. We had a pretty young team coming in and, to be chosen as the Rookie of the Year, it's definitely a big honor and I'm thrilled to have that award and it's kind of a good way to cap off the first pro season, I guess you could say. And I'm really happy with it and really happy with how the whole year went.
What was that adjustment like? I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but just the adjustment from moving from junior to the American League. You talk about playing against men now rather to kids who are, just under 20 years old. But just what was that adjustment like? And looking back on it, how do you feel that adjustment went? Yeah,
it was hard. It was really hard. Like you said, you're used to playing guys that are max 20 years old, and there's only a handful of those in the league. For the most part, they're all 17, 18, 19-year-olds. And when you're used to going up against that every night in practice, and then all of a sudden you're thrown into practice and battle with a 28-year-old man who's been doing it for 9 years in pro hockey. It's a different beast. It's a different game. And it was definitely a huge adjustment for me. And I think in the beginning I didn't struggle, but it took some time to adapt. I think there's a learning period for everyone. And mine probably took 10, 12 games before I really started to feel comfortable. And then around that 12 game mark is when, I was, finding myself winning more puck battles, being in the right spots, and then obviously producing more offensively. And that's when my game kind of took off. And it was a huge adjustment, but I'm glad I figured it out kind of 10, 12 games in and went from there.
And then how important do you think that was just for your development? I mean, you talk about also not many 19-year-olds getting that opportunity to play in the American Hockey League. So what do you think this will do for you in the future, maybe, 2, 3, 4 years down the line?
Yeah, it's massive for me. Like in a normal year, I'd be back in the OHL playing against the 17, 18, 19-year-olds, still developing and becoming a better hockey player, but not to the same extent that I did this year, playing against men and experiencing pro hockey and all that. Like next year, before going into my first NHL camp, I'm going to have a year of pro hockey under my belt, which doesn't usually happen. I'm going to have that experience that, being familiar with the guys on the team, with the systems, all that kind of stuff that I did this year. It's just going to make me so much more comfortable heading in and more confident. And I think, it's helped me in so many ways, and it kind of showed me what I needed to work on for the summer. And now that I'm home, I've kind of been attacking that and addressing what needs to be done. And hopefully that this year kind of pointed out what I need to work on in order to make the next step, the next jump to the NHL. And this was a huge year. And looking back, I've said this many times in past interviews, looking back on the, kind of if you watch the game film from game 1 to game 32, it's night and day, the progress and the development and how much I've changed as a player. So it's exciting to see that. And I'm super happy with the progress that I made and so had so much fun this year and so much to look back on and be grateful for.
Cole, thanks again for the time today, and congrats on the award, and have a great summer.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Now, we've already seen that Cole Perfetti is a game breaker for the Moose, setting up a lot of important goals. One of those goals coming on April 10th against the Belleville Senators.
Even in a condensed season of 36 games, it's pretty remarkable for two of our games to come one after the other. Following their 8-5 win against the Senators on April 8th, the Moose found themselves in serious injury trouble on the back end coming into their game on April 10th. Manitoba had just 4 regular defensemen available to play. Luckily for the team, forward Victor Hadfield started out his junior career guarding the Barrie Colts blue line and stepped back to help out. It would be just his second AHL game. That still left the Moose at 5 defensemen, so a short-handed and inexperienced group led by Johnny Kovacevic, backed up by Mikhail Burden, would have to do. The Moose opened up the scoring in the first period courtesy of Cole Myers, 5th of the season.
Jones steals it, puts it in front. Meyer scores! Cole Meyer opens the scoring. Nicholas Jones never gave up on the play.
Manitoba saw its lead vanish just 2 minutes into the second period as Vitaly Abramov got Belleville on the board. The Moose power play responded though as Nathan Todd zipped a shot past Philip Gustafson off a face-off win for a 2-1 lead. Once again, the Senators pulled even when Curtis Douglas put home his first AHL goal in his professional debut. That did it for the scoring in regulation as the teams rolled on into overtime. Just 1 minute into the extra frame, the Senators played the puck back into their own zone, only for a late exiting Cole Perfetti to steal the puck and set up the winner.
Perfetti lurking back there, takes it away to the front of the net. They score! Jeff Malott, overtime, a winner! And the Moose will come away with this one, 3-2.
The short-handed defense group kept the Senators to 26 shots on goal, and Johnny Kovacevic played over 38 minutes in the victory.
Thanks, Daniel. Just 2 more awards to hand out tonight, including the Manitoba Moose Most Valuable Player. But before we do that, let's take a look back at some of the best bloopers from this past season.
or donate non-perishable food items like this guy's like shoot the puck.
Johnny, there's one last thing I want to ask you. What are you seeing from Cole Vervetti? I mean, he seems to really be finding himself a little bit. I know he's probably in the room, so I don't want you to pump his tires too much.
Yeah, he's not the best guy. He's always on me. Thinks he runs the place. No, I'm kidding.
Say that a little louder. Say that a little louder.
That was a bad pass by Jonesy. It's got to be on the face.
Hey Moose fans, Skylar McKenzie here. To help support our friends at St. Amant this season, we're taking our autism awareness campaign online. Go to the...
It's been a fun night so far on the 2020-21 Manitoba Moose Player Awards Show. Let's recap, shall we? The Manitoba Moose leading scorer is Nathan Todd. The EPR8 Julian Klimke Community Service Award winner is CJ Cease. The Recycle Everywhere 3 Stars Award winner, Mikhail Burden. And the Manitoba Moose Rookie of the Year Award winner was Cole Perfetti. This season's top defenseman was a clear standout in the second half of the season and grew as a crucial leader for the club. The 2020-21 Manitoba Moose top defenseman is Winnipeg Jets 2016 third-round pick, Johnny Kovacevic.
Johnny Kovacevic took on an important leadership role in the Moose blue line in just his second season of professional hockey. On some nights, the Grimsby, Ontario native was the most experienced Moose defender in the lineup. Kovacevic grew into a dominant force for Manitoba, racking up 11 points in his final 10 games of the season. The former third-round pick of the Winnipeg Jets also posted a staggering +14 rating through those contests. Kovacevic led Moose defenders with 14 points in 29 games. Congratulations to the Manitoba Moose Top Defenseman Award winner, Johnny Kovacevic.
What a breakout season for Johnny Kovacevic, who truly became a rock on the back end for the Manitoba Moose, and he's with Austin now.
Thanks, Daniel. Now joined by Manitoba Moose Defenseman of the Year, Jonathan Kovacevic. Jonathan, thanks for coming on. Great to catch up with you again. Just first off, what does this award mean to you? I mean, you played such an important role in the Moose Blue Line this year, but to be recognized as the top defenseman this year for the club, just what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. Obviously, when you play for team success, but at the same time, you can only control yourself, and you're hoping to further your career, play in the NHL, and do everything and achieve all your dreams. So I think this is definitely a step to doing that, and it means a lot. I mean, I work hard at my game, and I'm honored to be recognized by everyone and just have a fun year.
This season, you really progressed very well, I'd say. 11 points in your last 10 games. Just what was it that sort of made you up your play a little bit? Was it the more ice time, just more confidence? Just what was it that sort of, I guess, increased your play this year?
Yeah, just kind of learning your own game and knowing what you can bring to the table and being confident in that. So yeah, with more ice time and more responsibility, you kind of get to figure it out, and then you get that confidence. And in hockey, confidence means so much. And just kind of knowing what I could do at this level definitely helped me. And then just as things get rolling offensively too, I think it was good that I didn't kind of stray away from my game. Like, I stayed true to myself and still played solid D. But when things are going offensively, then you just have a little more confidence in your game, even with the puck in the D zone, making breakout passes or whatever it may be. So yeah, that kind of all just built up through the year, and I'm really happy it worked out the way it did.
And Johnny, one of the moments that will sort of stick out for me this season was that game at the Bell MTS Iceplex where you played, about 38 minutes. When you look back on that now that you have a little bit of time to reflect on the season, what do you remember about that game? And is that still crazy to you to hear that 38-minute number?
Yeah, that definitely is crazy. I do remember, I knew going into the game I was going to play a lot because we were going into the game with 5D with Vic Hadfield, who had just played as a forward a few games before. So I knew I was going to play a lot going in. So thinking back on that game, I just remember being really calm and not trying and like, because I was calm, I kind of just conserved a lot of energy. So the whole game, I wasn't trying too much to like yell on the bench or get the boys going or anything. I was kind of just putting all my focus towards one thing, and that was what I did on the ice. And yeah, looking at that game, I think the best part of that game is we ended up winning. I think we won in overtime. So you know, to play 38 minutes, and if you're to lose 5-0, well, then that wouldn't mean anything. But yeah, to play that much and to come away with a win, that was a pretty cool experience. And yeah, I'm glad we got the dub in that game.
Johnny, thanks again for your time today. Really appreciate it, and congrats on the award.
Thanks, Goose. Nice seeing you again.
Now, there were lots of important moments this season for the club, but one of the most memorable games had to be that improbable comeback against the Laval Rocket. And that game also included one of the most electrifying goals of the season.
After a hard-fought series against the Stockton Heat, the Moose had 12 days to prepare for the Laval Rocket. That time off did end up providing a little rust for Manitoba to deal with in the series opener, but the Moose certainly shook it off late in the game. Despite being outshot 12-8 in the opening period, Manitoba got on the board first, courtesy of Jeff Malott. Peter Krieger picked up an assist on the power play goal for his first AHL point. The Rocket had an answer, though, as Joseph Blandisi tied the game before the period was out. The second period saw the Rocket pull a fast one on the Moose, scoring twice in just over a minute as Jesse Ylönen and Guillaume Brisebois gave the visitors a 3-1 lead heading to the third. The score remained that way into the last minute of play, and it looked like it would be the final, but the Moose still had something left with just over 30 seconds to go. And now a key face-off win comes back to Vesalainen, a drive, and he scores! Skylar McKenzie with the tip in front, and the Moose are within one. Here it comes for Gustafsson, just 5 seconds to go. Chisholm has the puck roll on him. Back for Gustafsson, can he get it away? He does! Save made, they score! There's zeros on the clock, but they're gonna call it a goal! The Moose have tied it! The two tallies came just 31 seconds apart, and the tying tally crossed the line with about 0.2 of a second remaining. Off to overtime they went. The Rocket outshot the Moose 2-1, but Mikhail Burden turned away both attempts to force a shootout. Burden was perfect in the extra shots, and Nathan Todd racked the winner as the Moose came away with a miraculous 4-3 shootout win. Goes to the forehand, and he scores! In comes Wheel. Moves in slow, snaps a shot, stopped by Burden! Chalk up the win! David Gustafsson and Christian Vesalainen both finished with 2 points in the victory.
Well, we've handed out a lot of hardware here this evening, but Daniel, now it's time for our final award of the season, the Manitoba Moose Most Valuable Player. And there were a lot of players to choose from who had key contributions this season, but there's one that really stands out among the rest.
Yeah, his arrival early in the season really helped transform the team, and from that point on, he kept a near point-per-game pace throughout the campaign. And the 2020-21 Manitoba Moose Most Valuable Player is the Winnipeg Jets 2018 second-round pick, David Gustafsson.
David Gustafsson's arrival early in the campaign helped jumpstart the Moose season. Gustafsson's second season with the Moose saw the Swedish centerman record 19 points in 22 games. That ranked him second in the club in points per game. Gustafsson recorded points in 13 of the 22 games he played in and only went 2 games without a point once this season. He provided clutch offense for the club, leading the team with 3 game-winning goals and added a shootout winner as well. Gustafsson's shooting percentage of 16.3 was second on the club. He also recorded all of his 7 goals and 14 of his 19 points at even strength. Congratulations to the Manitoba Moose Most Valuable Player Award winner, David Gustafsson.
It was so much fun this season to watch David Gustafsson's continued progression, and Austin has the MVP now.
Thanks very much, Daniel. Joined now by Manitoba Moose Most Valuable Player, David Gustafsson. David, good to catch up with you again. What does it mean for you to be named the most valuable player for the team this year?
Oh, man, it means a lot. I mean, honestly, didn't really expect it. And I'm just glad and happy that they feel like I was that valuable for a team. And because, I mean, that's where you want to be. You want to be valuable for a team. That's how you know they want to play you. And that's how you know you're getting better.
Now, this, of course, was a big year for your development, playing lots of penalty kill, power play time, and, of course, first-line time as well with Jeff Malott and Nathan Todd. What did that do for you to be playing with those guys so much and, of course, also getting all of that playing time on the special teams units?
That was really, really important for me. I mean, I'm still a young guy, so I need to play as much as I can. I need to get that ice time to get the development, and it was really valuable for me to go and play with the Moose and get those minutes that I got. So that's why it's really nice that they thought I was valuable for the team too.
Now, one of my favorite goals that you put in this season was, of course, that goal with 0.2 seconds left on the clock against Laval at Bell MTS Iceplex. I know I was shocked when that one went in. Where does that goal rank for you in terms of goals you've scored in your career so far?
Well, it's definitely one of the most energetic goal I've scored. Like after I scored, everybody was just coming right on me, and yeah, it was special because, as you said, it was like 0.2 seconds left, and like everybody kind of counted us out for that game. But I mean, we scored that last goal, and then we came back and win it.
And David, what are your plans for the offseason? Of course, you haven't been home in Sweden for quite some time now. Is it getting right back on the ice, or are you going to take a little bit of time off to rest and reflect on the year?
I've been talking to my the guys I work out with during the summer in Sweden. So we're setting up a program and doing a schedule right now, and trying to fix some ice time later on too. And yeah, that's kind of what I got going now. But right now I'm just happy to go back home, see my family and friends again, because it's been a while.
David, thanks for your time tonight. Congrats on the award, and have a great summer.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Congratulations again to David Gustafson and all of our award winners this evening. And now to close us out, a word from Executive Chairman of True North Sports and Entertainment, Mark Chipman.
Hey, thanks, Daniel. Hi, everybody. Well, needless to say, it was quite a season, couple seasons actually, and hard to believe it's been 25 seasons since we first brought the Manitoba Moose to Winnipeg in 1996. We debated long and hard whether it made sense to play at all this year, and we're sure glad we did. As you know, we played an abbreviated 36-game schedule, but it turned out to be very, very beneficial. The team, had a lot of success, and I was disappointed that we didn't have a playoff to participate in, because I really feel like this team could have gone a long ways. But beyond that, and the reason we played was to ensure the development of a number of our young players, and that's exactly what we accomplished. So I'd like to congratulate all of those award winners, and in particular David Gustafson as being named our MVP. There were honestly a number of guys who could have qualified for that award, but David did have an outstanding season, and his prospects for us as a Winnipeg Jet are truly very, very bright. I'd also like to thank our coaching staff, Marty Johnson and Eric Dubois, but especially Pascal Vincent, who is, as you know, moving on to take a job with the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're very proud of that. We're very honored that he was given that opportunity, but we sure are going to miss him. He's just done an outstanding job for our organization since he joined us back in year one of the NHL. So we wish him all the best. I'd like to thank all of you who tuned in. You know, the numbers we got from AHL TV showed that there was a very high level of interest in the team. So we're thankful for you for tuning into those games. And lastly, I'd just like to say thanks for sticking with us all these years. We sure look forward to seeing you live again in the fall at Canada Life Centre. We're excited about that new name, but we really are anxious to get back to playing live hockey in front of our wonderful fans. So thank you for everything, guys. Hope you have a wonderful summer, and look forward to seeing you downtown at Canada Life Centre next fall. Thanks.
Well, it's been a great evening here on the 2020-21 Manitoba Moose Player Awards Show. A big thanks to Jamie Thomas and, of course, to you, Austin, for all your work on the broadcast.
And, of course, we also have to give a shout-out to our behind-the-scenes staff here this evening, Colin Peterson, Andrew Ferretti, and Jen Redenbach, as well as the rest of the Moose Productions team. A huge thank you to the fans for watching tonight and as well keeping track of the team throughout this crazy, crazy season. And I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge all of our sponsors as well. And a big thank you also goes out to all the Moose players and staff this season on a great, great year.
Can't wait for next season. Scheduled to get going October 15th. So be sure to follow us on social media throughout the summer, as well as moosehockey.com for all of your information. My name is Daniel Fink. Thank you for watching and have a great summer.